Hi everyone, so today I'm here with a tag video, and the tag I'm going to be doing is the first and last tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone, but I just felt like doing this tag. It was created by Kimberly's Book Nook, and I will leave the link to her original video in the description box below. So there are 10 questions in this tag, so I'm just going to get on and do them all. Question 1. What was the first video you posted, and what was the last video you posted? The first video I ever posted on YouTube, I think, was probably a video from a concert, probably Go Audio, no doubt, and the last video I posted on YouTube was my review of The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Question 2. Who was the first booktuber you ever watched, and who was the last booktuber you watched, and what was their video? Okay, so the first booktuber I started watching, I think, was Cassidy from Cass J Tuck. Yeah, I think I saw her reaction to Harry Potter finishing, and then I kind of realised that she did book review videos, and then I kind of went on and started watching people from there. And the last booktube video I watched was from Bree's Book Reviews, and it was the TBR pile tag. Question 3. What's the first book you remember buying, and what's the last book you bought? I don't remember what the first book I ever bought was, because that was years and years ago. So yeah, I don't remember that. But the last book I bought, I've got two because I bought them at the exact same time, and they're Invisibility by Andrea Cremer and David Levithan, and The Moon and More by Sarah Detton, because as you can see they were buy one get one for £1. Question 4. What's the first novel you remember reading all by yourself, and what's the last novel you read? Well, the first book I can remember reading was either a Horrid Henry book by Francesca Simon, or one of the mystery books in the mystery series by Enid Blyton, one of those two. And the last book that I read was Queen of Babel in the Big City by Meg Cabot. Question 5. What was the first dystopian novel you ever read, and what was the last dystopian novel you read? So the first dystopian novel I read was Matched by Ali Condé. This is when I had no idea that this is what dystopian was. So yeah, this was the first one that I ever read. And the last dystopian novel I read was The Kill Order by James Dashner. Question 6. What was the first paranormal romance you read, and what was the last paranormal romance that you read? So I think the first one I started reading was Marked by PC Cass and Kristen Cass. With vampires and school and romance, and yeah, I think it was this one. I'm not too sure, but I think it's this one. And the last paranormal romance book that I read was Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Question 7. What was the first book that made you cry, and what was the last book that made you cry? First book that made me cry? Oh, I don't remember. I'm quite an emotional person, so I probably cried a lot of books when I was younger, so I don't really remember. But the last book I cried at was The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa, because of that ending. Question 8. What was the first entire series you completed, and what was the last series you completed? So for the first series I ever completed, I'm kind of torn between two because I don't know which one I finished first. And it's between the Harry Potter series and the Mate State series by Kathy Hopkins. I really don't know which ones I finished first, because the last Mate States book came out a year before the Deathly Hallows, so I don't know whether I finished that series before I finished Harry Potter, or finished Harry Potter and then went on to Mate States. I have absolutely no idea. And the last series I completed was The Maze Runner series by James Dashner. Question 9. What was the first book you couldn't push yourself to finish, and what was the last book you couldn't finish? I don't really know what my first book that I couldn't finish was, because I probably didn't finish books when I was in school, and I don't remember what they were. But the last book that I couldn't push myself to finish was Bumped by Megan McCafferty. I just couldn't read it. And question 10. Who is the first person you will tag, and who is the last person you will tag? Well, I'm going to tag 4 people for this. So the first person I'm going to tag is Katie from Kit Kats Can Read. The second person I'm going to tag is Daisy from 1000 Lives of Daisy. The third person I'm going to tag is Lucy from Queen of Contemporary. And the last person I'm going to tag is Bridget from Bree Book Reviews. So yeah, that was my answers to the first and last tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.